Magandang araw po sa ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood. Isang maulan na Huwebes po sa ating lahat, pero pinaunlakan tayo ng ating dalawang panauhin para sa linggong ito at marami tayong pag-uusapang importante. At marami tayong pupuntahan na mga bagay-bagay dito sa Baguio because an event is coming up, and of course we are going to talk about things that are important to us. We have here two special guests. We have here Mr. Greg Loy. Para sa mga nakakaalala sa kanya, warning po, he is back in Baguio and he is marking his comeback with an event on Sunday. Meron din po tayong napakalapit na kaibigan natin na ang tagal po nating hindi nakita. Back in Baguio or back in the Philippines, matagal na, pero ngayon lang tayo nagkita. We have Dr. Micaela De Fiesta. And the breaking point this day will talk about a lot of things, mental health, and itong ang event na ito, itong Ako Naman Muna. So unahin natin si Doktora. Kamusta po kayo dahil nung 2007, naku, papaalala natin sa ating audience. Siya po ay recipient ng Outstanding Women Leaders Award for Nutrition, Public Service, and Medicine. So, dyan po nakilala si Doktora hanggang nag-retire siya from public service from government. Nawala siya sandali. Ikikwento niya kung anong ginawa niya at ngayon kung bakit nagbalik siya sa atin.
Ay, that's medyo mahaba-habang kwento. I-shorten ko, Malen, ha?
Shorten natin ng konti pero babalikan natin unti-unti. Alam mo naman.
So, for many of you, you'll probably remember me either as your doctor, one, at Notre Dame, or two, as the regional head for the National Nutrition Council. So way back then, our advocacies has always been women, children, and the elderly. Alam ng karamihan yan. And
Yes.
I guess eventually that led to the OWL Award, or the Outstanding Women Leaders Award, which I'm so proud to carry up to this day.
Of
Okay?
course, hindi makakalimutan ng OWL Award. Once an owl, always an owl.
Hoot hoot. So for a while, I went overseas, and for a while I worked as a general practitioner in Queensland.
Mhm.
And this actually opened my mind to, or as a doctor, yung practice ko lumago, meaning nag-expand. And there were things that they were already taking care of way back in 2007 in Australia that were things that were only beginning to be understood or to be brought up by patients in the Philippines. One was HIV, and a very big thing in Australia at that time was mental health. It was so big that even the Royal Australian College of General Practitioner, meaning the group of doctors, which in our sa atin yun, family doctors, we already had our own hotline for mental health.
What year was this?
2007,
2007.
2008. They already understood in Australia that one of the risk groups for mental health problems or concerns were actually health workers. Okay?
So that was early on recognized by Australia at that time.
Yes, and they did not only have consultations, but already adjunct therapy or adjunct modalities to take care of mental health. So it's not just going to the doctor. It's not just a prescription. It's not just a consult with your doctor, but maybe a hotline, maybe a support group.
So it's a holistic approach.
Very much.
Nakakaingit naman yun.
Sobra
in 2007.
Sobra malen.
How far is the situation here in the Philippines from what Australia
Nung
has?
panahon na yun, ang layo na nun.
Malayo.
Kung ngayon, that was 2007.
Yeah.
So how close are we to that
At this point,
at this point?
which is, remember, that's like I worked in Australia for around 5 years. I came back in 2013 and became an occupational health physician working in corporate BGC.
Yes.
Yes.
I
so
remember your posts.
and that was the time when I realized, my golly, there's so many things to do. And I'm so happy that my first conversation again in Baguio is mental health, because it's one advocacy that I would also like to bring back to the Cordillera.
Of course.
And if we can just even scratch the surface muna.
I think that's what we're doing now as a community, not only in Baguio, but also in the Cordillera. So, directly connected sa mental health advocacy nating lahat. Itong event ni Sir Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Etong ako naman muna. Nako, excited ako dito kasi when I saw the information sheet that you sent, talagang ready na sana ang Baguio dito. Tell us about what's going to happen on Sunday.
Okay. Well, to begin with, ako naman muna is a movement. It was started by our transformational coach, Rasmussen. They started this community last September. And they've been going around, they've been pushing for this. And one of the things that ako naman muna does would be it gives us that time to pause for ourselves. Kumbaga talagang kaya ako naman muna, kasi it's with that thing na everybody thinks about everyone around them.
Ugali ng Pilipino yan.
But they forget about themselves. Di ba? And like, I grew up here in Baguio, and we all know we are a city of givers. Everybody gives as much as you can. As much as you can support, as much as you can help, you do. But sometimes, we forget ourselves. So, this is what ako naman muna would like to bring in. It's a day for you to pause. It's a day for you to reset, kumbaga. Then you can go back again serving.
Laban ulit
Kasi you're starting to fill your cup again. Kasi nagkakaroon lang naman tayo ng problema when our cup starts running empty and we get all those worries na may lumapit sa'yo, sanay sila na ikaw yung tumutulong, pero ikaw naman yung wala ngayon.
Naku, shout out sa mga panganay at sa mga breadwinner dyan.
Yes.
Itong event ng ito ay para sa ating lahat.
Oo.
Doktora, naka-ingrain sa kultura natin ang pagbibigay. At nasa kultura ng Pilipino at nasa kultura ng Cordillera niyan. Paano naman nga ba ang sarili natin?
Tama, actually, dun sa practice ko sa the BGC area for the last 10 to 12 years, ganun nga, Greg. Even in the NCR area. But, like, you stay in an area like that and you have people from all over the Philippines. Most of them are breadwinners.
Yeah.
And they send everything home to Leyte, to Samar, Zamboanga, Cordillera, Abra, and they forget to leave some for themselves. And this,
correct.
We're just talking money, ha?
Yes.
But can you imagine all that feelings that goes with that?
Emotions.
Talking about mental health, I was looking at statistics, and what I got was the World Health Organization new measure for mental health, and they call it the mental health quotient. It's a measure of your overall mental health well-being. So it's a series of questions, and it measures your ability to function. Remember, your ability to function is really connected to mental health. Productivity is always connected to mental health.
So the mental health quotient will gauge exactly what?
The mental health well-being of a country or of an individual or an age group.
All right.
So what was very, for me, very concerning is that between 2023 and 2024, there has been a decline in the mental health quotient of the Filipinos to what is now 68%. as against the year previous, 2023, at 78%. So when I say that the mental health quotient of Filipinos in 2024 is at 68%, that means that most of us are functioning at 68%. So the rest,
Functionality ito.
Function-
this is mental health, well-being. Yes. So connected siya sa being able to work, being
Yeah.
able to be productive, and so forth. Okay? Remember, when you're not mentally healthy, your ability to actually relate with other people, to do the 100% for your job does not happen. Okay? So yun yung ginagamit all over the world at the moment to measure mental health. So it's a quotient now.
So bumaba.
Bumaba.
So barely functioning tayo.
Well,
Ano bang pasado?
we're still higher than the world average of 60%.
Konti.
Konti.
By a hairline.
So parang sinasabi pa rin natin na brilliant pa rin ng Pilipinas.
Well, better than
Resilient.
Resilient.
Naku, itong word na yan talagang medyo gasgas ang resilience eh.
Pero
Glorified ito eh.
I guess yes. But I think what would be good to look at is who are affected and how much are they affected. Because the survey, that measure also showed that in the Philippines, between those who are 15 to 24,
Okay.
they are functioning at only around 24%.
24%.
Very low.
Naku,
Critical.
Layo naman nun.
Ang layo,
nakaka-function
no?
pa ba ito?
Ang layo naman nun. In terms of function, Doktora, how does that look like?
In terms of what?
In terms of them functioning, how does that look like?
Yung sa totoong
Oo,
buhay,
sa
ang
totoong
ibig sabihin
buhay,
ng
how-
24%,
Yeah,
nakakabangon ka pa ba sa
What does
umaga?
24%
So
relate
if
to?
you look at our actual disorders, mental health disorders, most of them are lumped in this age group. Sila yung may actual diagnosed depression, diagnosed anxiety. And while the statistics may show that, right? And now I'll talk about my experience because I worked with the BPO industry.
Aha.
And as you know, the BPO hires from 18. So ang demographics ng BPO is 80 to 90% 18 to 30 years old. In my company of over at 1.67,000, I was the oldest. Their doctor was the oldest. Because even my country manager was less than 50 years old.
Oh, wow.
So actually nakita ko doon sa group na yan. And then maybe what I can just add is for those above that age group, they're at around 55%. But what is also pero hindi siguro ito surprising eh. Those who are 55 and above, ang score nila is 110%. Or not a percent, it's a score.
55 and above.
110.
So functioning.
Very much.
Very much.
So 110 functioning ako,
Yes.
Doktora.
Ibig sabihin,
56.
Nagkakabukingan ng edad dito. Ano?
ibig sabihin, your experiences, Greg, maybe taught you how to now take care of yourself at that time, at that point. Meaning, most probably, you do not get affected anymore. But with what affects the 18 to 24? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Malen?
A little bit. So, mental health wellness comes with maturity? A little bit? The older, the better pa rin?
Well, in this statistics,
that special
in
case.
that statistics,
In that context. Yeah.
So, kung nakarating ka sa age na yan, parang you now have more armamentarium, more ability to take care of yourself, to be able to accept challenges and surmount them.
Yeah.
Okay? So, ang dapat nating i-concern ngayon is yung below 55. How are they?
Ito yung dapat laging kinakamusta.
Yes. And for those that are in the BPO industry, kasi ito yung age group na hired, ano yung mga ginagawa natin para sa kanila? Para nang sa ganun ay we can help them through those challenges.
Di ba, Doktora, the BPO industry is also, karamihan yan, multinationals yan di ba? International companies are running it here.
Well,
do they have programs to address this for those in their ranks?
I can only talk about siguro my company and some that I know. Currently, I sit down in the Labor Standard and Health Committee of the ITBPO Association of the Philippines. So this is like a big umbrella for all the BPOs from, can I mention?
Yeah, go ahead.
Accenture, Concentrix.
So kasali dito, member dito yung mga
Big.
Big
big
companies.
multinationals
Yes.
natin.
I'm not sure if I'm biased, but I can just say that based on my experience with this workplace, when you're multinational, takot kang hindi gawin ang dapat mong gawin as based by law. In 2018, the Philippine Mental Health Act became a law. And this was just timing before the pandemic, because it already kind of stressed things that needs to be addressed. However, when the pandemic came in, that was when medyo talagang umangat ang mental health. Not only concerns, but now disorders.
Yes.
So now we were seeing people, in a sense, I would say as a doctor, the pandemic made us realize that we also need to go for help.
Changed
For
a lot of things,
doctors.
actually.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, it's a game changer.
Yes.
Game changer talaga yan.
When before the pandemic, I would have very few patients coming in for mental health issues. After the pandemic, lumaki. So much so na ngayon naman, medyo may, share ko lang, dun sa mga doktor ngayon, ano ba to? Is this really a concern, an issue, or a disorder already?
So those are the questions.
Right now, yes. But I think more people now are more aware that, yeah, something's wrong with me. I'm feeling sad. I'm crying all the time. I don't want to go to work. I don't even want to change. Yung mga ganon, ay, may problema yata ako.
So ito yung functionality.
Yes, eto na yung...
Oo, dito
yes,
papasok yon, yung
Yes.
quotient natin.
Yes, kasi when you're feeling sad, crying, you don't even want to go to work. You don't even want to talk to other people. Pero Greg, I'll bring you back to the ako naman muna. Importante yon.
Is
Yeah,
ako
I was
naman
about to
muna
ask
about
that.
our mental health.
No, it's not really for. It doesn't address it directly. It does help kasi it gives you the time to pause. Gives you the time to pause. Gives you the time to take good care of yourself too. Kumbaga, hindi na lang laging yung iba. Kasi that's what we forget We forget about ourselves.
Why bring it to Baguio? What made you want to bring it up here? Where has it been before?
It started in Manila. They've brought it to Davao because Coach Ras is from Davao. Yeah, he hails from there. They already did it in Cebu, and just last month, Coach Ras came from Dubai. He brought Ako Naman Muna to our OFWs in Dubai, and they are asking him to go back for Ako Naman Muna 3. It's a third season already for Dubai. Why bring it to Baguio? For one, I am from here, and I would like to bring something here that could also help our friends, our
All right.
relatives. We know that in our culture, sometimes we just choose to be quiet.
Yes,
We
most
choose
of
to
the
be
time,
to
yeah.
keep it within ourselves, but we only realize that we need it when somebody comes up and tells you there's something like this for you, and then you realize, yeah, I do need it.
Saan ito? Where are you going to have this Ako Naman Muna movement on Sunday?
Yes, we have it at the Baguio Convention Center.
Ang laki, ha?
Malaki. We would like to fill the venue as much as possible. That's why when we were planning this, we were trying to look for a smaller venue, pero sabi namin that we don't really know, because if people will start realizing that they really need it, and you know our culture here, you don't pre-register, you just wake up in the morning and so decide to go, you go.
There's a few quirks here in Baguio that
Yeah.
event organizers have to realize. And you being from Baguio, kabisado mo na ito.
Kahit na I grew up here, kahit na I know the culture, kahit I know how they behave, how they react to these kinds of activities, iba pa rin eh. Talagang for me, the way I saw it when I came up, una umaasa ako na I can do it while I'm in Manila doing some things. Pero nakikita ko, no, I have to come up.
You have to be
I
here
have to come up. I have to
physically.
be here physically. I started talking to people. I started talking with friends, and then when they like everybody's reaction, ako naman muna. Ano yan? And I tell them about it. It's a day for you to pause for yourself.
Was it a hard sell? I mean, explaining it to your circle muna. Kaibigan.
My circle. It's hard to explain what it is really about, because it's experiential. But once you experience it, it's going to be easier for you to understand what it is really about. And when I was sharing it to some friends, bigla nila nare-realize na, oo nga, no? Tingin ko, kailangan ko na rin yan. I think everybody in our family needs that, because we're getting on each other's nerves already.
Nagkakainisan na.
Nagkakainisan na. Siguro sabi ko, maybe you just need that pause, that time to pause, and maybe just if we can make you experience what we also went through. Kasi for me,
When did you experience the Ako Naman Muna movement?
actually, if I may give you a backstory on that, ano,
Go ahead.
after pandemic, tas nagka-election, di ba? I also helped during the election. Tas nakita ko parang wala. I need to go back, do something. And I was thinking, why is it that I'm doing this? But parang hindi ako umaabante. I started attending seminars in Manila. Business seminars, may mga transformational coaching and everything. Parang ang dami-dami ko in-attendan. I still felt empty. Then I came across Coach Ras. He talked for 1 hour. He was just given 1 hour. He talked. Sabi ko, bakit sa lahat ng pinakinggan ko, dito talaga ako huminto.
Oo.
Dito talaga ako nakinig. Dito ako nag-process. So I checked. His Ako Naman Muna was last February 15. I invited Rina. Sabi ko, we have to go because this is something I want to do with you. So
Both of you went.
Both of us went. After
Damay-damay na.
After that, yung
Dapat.
communication namin dalawa, mas maganda.
Mas maganda.
My relationship with my kids, I understand them more. They understand me better. They haven't gone through Ako Naman Muna. But nakikita nila yung changes sa akin.
Oo.
Sabi ko nung nag-usap kami ni Rina, sabi ko, my realization, all the theories, all the things I know in business, in marketing, it's still there. It's still the same. It's still practiced today. It's just termed differently. And there are tools already to make it faster.
Yes.
Di ba? So, ang kailangan ko pag-aralan ngayon is how to make it faster. Learn how to do that. Yun yung kulang ko. So, sabi ko, pero basically, boils down to one thing. If I don't take care of myself, I don't take care of my inner self, I'll never be able to do these things. And ako happy ako ngayon kasi like my daughter just came back from the States. Doon na nag-aaral yung anak namin na she was accepted to a ballet conservatory kasi. And lagi yan. Siguro wala pa kami 2 minutes sa loob ng kwarto. Kaaway na kami. Pero now, look, it's really different. They really see yung change. And I can say that for me personally, it was real transformation for me.
So it starts from within. Pero
Definitely,
hindi
Malen.
talaga lahat nakakapag-accept na change has to start with you. Napaka-cliche kasi, pero
Yeah.
talagang dun mag-uumpisa, and not very many people will acknowledge that they need this kind of change.
Actually, I'll say just one word for that. If and when you decide to go on Sunday, please bring your listening ear. Kasi a lot of times, even your doctors, even consults, when you deal with mental health issues or mental health disorder in a patient, as a doctor, ang prayer ko palagi is, Lord, sana pinapakinggan niya yung sinasabi ko. Okay?
Sana.
Because it's the listening that's going to be important.
Oo.
Not only with my prescription, not only with the consult itself, the history taking and all, but also the other part of my medical counseling. But that goes beyond medical counseling. Actually, I tell my patients, alam nyo, hindi lang gamot ang pwedeng management ng mental health issue o mental health disorder. A disorder is when your mental health state already affects your relationship, your ability to work. Okay? So, I will use Greg. Sabi niya, dati, 2 minutes pa lang, ganun na sila na. Because at that point, hindi pa rin siya nakikinig. A lot of things is not just the medicine, you also have as part of treatment for mental health, cognitive behavior therapy. I would like to assume that when Greg went through the process, the cognitive behavior kind of changed.
Yes.
Because he heard something that was said that struck a chord deep down and said, hey Greg, you've been giving to everyone and left nothing for yourself.
Pero the journey of Greg kasi, ang dami na daw niyang pinakinggan. Tapos,
Yeah.
nagkataong nag-connect siya dito kay Coach Russ.
Can it be because at that point, he was not also listening?
Maybe.
There is also a state din eh. You go through anger, denial, the whole gamut. And then you say, yes, I accept. That's my problem.
Yeah.
This is what I've not been doing. I've not been taking care of myself.
Baguio is Baguio ready for this kind of movement? Because ang basa ng ibang tao, kasi nga napaka bata ng ating mental health ordinances, ang ating mental health, the recognition of the whole mental health spectrum. It started before the pandemic, nagkaroon ng batas, pero ang pagtanggap ng tao, halimbawa pag sinabi mong I have a mental health issue, may stigma pa rin.
Well, the literature says, research says there is a stigma pa rin. And it's a part of it is ingrained sa ating culture. A part of it is ingrained in the Philippines being a very religious or primarily a Christian country.
Ito ba, Doc, yung sasabihin, ipagdasal mo nga muna yan.
Pwedeng ganon. Or hindi ako lalabas kasi you don't want to be judged. To be told na wala kang paniniwala kasi eh.
O kaya marupok ang paniniwala mo.
Exactly. So that's one.
The one good thing about Ako Naman Muna, it is not anchored on any religion. It's not anchored on any religion. Actually, for us na we went through it. Actually, we would encourage you to stay in the religion that you practice. Ang
Oo, kung ano yung
kakalmalan
gusto
dito,
mo.
oo, kung ano yung gusto mo. Ang i-address natin talaga dito is yung sarili.
Oo, kasi minsan, going back to your question, Malin, pagkasasabi ko kasi may mental health issue ako or may disorder ako, nakakahiya.
Tapos, pero Doc, despite that, nakikita natin ngayon ang rise in statistics in mental health issues. Specifically, napakalungkot na usapan, suicide. Tumataas ang suicide rate, not only in Baguio City, Benguet, the Cordillera as a whole. And it's not just in our region. It's the entire Philippines.
That's true.
And why do you think all of this is happening now? Or ngayon lang natin siya binibigyan ng pansin?
Ang tingin ko, when you talk about mental health, and why we are talking about it at the moment now is because I think nandun na tayo, we're now at the cusp. We're now at the beginning of understanding that this is something we really now have to
Nahuhuli
talk
ba
about.
tayo? O yung ibang lugar medyo ganito din ang standing? Of
That's a
course,
good
in
question.
Australia, 2007 pa to.
Yeah.
Yes, they have things like Beyond Blue, Black Dog. Substance abuse is actually a mental health issue or a concern or even a disorder. But there, if I start on a smoke cessation therapy, I prescribe a drug. And I tell my patient, this is a number that you will call if you feel like smoking and I'm not around.
So there's a helpline for that.
There's a helpline. And I give him another name and I say, this is the name of the psychologist in the area you need to go to if you feel you can't control it and you're not seeing me yet. So can you imagine?
There's
my
a-
helpline,
There's
may
a
tao.
there's a whole community of support
Yes.
ready.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, we're starting to have that. I know that in my work in Manila, we've started collating we actually came up with a directory.
At least with the BPO industry.
Yes. Pero eto nga, kailangan pa rin nating gawin yon sa other areas. I would be interested actually to see what we have in CAR. What we have even in Baguio. Muna. Baka naman may mga materials, resources na we have not tapped.
A shout out to our mental health advocate and of course part of our city government, si Ricky Ducas. Kung nanonood ka, Ricky, you comment your mga sagot or suggestions at makipartner ka na kay Greg at kay
Actually, we
Doktora.
invited Ricky.
Ricky,
Yeah, we
yes.
invited.
Paborito natin yung si Ricky. There is a comment here sent to me. Bakit ang dami-daming mental health issues ng kabataan ngayon? Why is it, maybe ang gustong tanungin ng ating commenter is that we call the generation of the youth now as Gen Z. Bakit daw puro mental health issues ang meron ang generation na ito? Not to disparage or to profile this generation. We're just talking about it from this one commenter. Why do you think that?
Ang daming kwan din kasi. There's a lot of noise around them now. Much more noise around them than during my time. Social
That was a
media.
quiet time, Doktora.
My time, we climbed trees and we swam in the river and we went to the mountain. We took our karton and nag-slide sa pine needles,
Pine
right?
needles.
Ngayon, what do they do?
Social media.
Social media.
So social media, television, Netflix, what are the other noises? Many noises around them.
Gaming's one.
Games.
Oh, that's a different monster in itself because it
Yes.
starts out as a game and it could turn into an addiction.
But on the other hand, the great developers started gaming.
Oh yeah.
But it's
The gaming industry is faced with the dilemma that they have no safeguards. They have no code of ethics. So when you
Yeah.
create a game, wala kang pagbabanggaan na, ay pwede ba to? Hindi ba siya makakasama? Wala silang set of standards. Kasi kung, for example, in reporting, there is a set of standards. In business, may code of ethics. But for gaming, wala pa. At dito nila nakikita yung gray area. Maybe because sa dami ng game developers ngayon lang lumalabas. So it's an emerging issue din.
And it's also a new issue that we did not deal with.
Yes,
Remember?
we did not deal with that.
Yes, our games were cards. Remember how we did that? Or
Yeah.
rubber bands or
So
and
it's
we
a
were
different game
we
that
were
they have
doing
now.
it with other people too. This time, the Gen Z can stay in a room by themselves and socialize, not really facing other people, but the screen.
So technology might we see now that it can work for you or against you. So two-sided pa rin. In ako naman muna, since I think this is the first time that this kind of movement will come to Baguio.
Yeah.
How many have registered so far?
So far, we're looking at close to 400 registrants.
Ang dami na nun.
Medyo, yeah. Balikan ko yung sa GNC. In the space that I am now, yung dito sa I Am Plus with Coach Russ, you might not believe it, but we have organizational development coaches as young as 18 years old.
Yes.
And they are mentoring the CEOs of big corporations in Manila.
I agree.
So there's a shift
There's
talaga.
a shift talaga.
Humbling ano?
Oo, pero sa tingin ko lang talagang, kailangan lang talagang ma-realize natin na whatever generation you belong to, when you forget to pause for yourself,
Yeah.
it's
Ako naman muna is directed to anong klaseng mga tao? Is there a specific profile or age bracket? Meron ka bang specific na mga job types na ina-attract?
it's for everyone.
It's for
It's for
everyone.
everyone. Yeah. And ang maganda dito, when you're in the community that ako naman muna brings, kasi yun ang next na gagawin ko for Baguio eh. This is just opening the doors for us to
Totoo
have a
nga po ang
community
sinabi
para
natin,
support the group.
Greg Loy is back. At ang dami-dami na niyang plano, oh.
Yeah.
Hindi pa
Kasama
natatapos
kasi
yung
yan eh.
una.
We have to build that community to support what we are going to start here.
Mhm.
In Manila kasi the one thing we do is we have that Zoom community in the morning. Zoom meeting lang. You're just there. You sit down with us. We meditate for an hour. It's not guided. It's quiet. Silent lang. And for you, the purpose of us taking it to Zoom is for you to be accountable to yourself na I'm gonna show up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up. Yun lang yung purpose namin doon. It's not for us to monitor if you're doing it every day or not.
Oo.
Kasi it's accountability. Kasi sarili eh.
Oo.
You have to take care of yourself. And there are a lot of things na kasama pa dyan. It's not just that time for yourself, but may mga kasama kami dyan na they share their experiences as life coaches. Sinishare nila doon after doon sa meditation. Natutuwa kami doon sa nangyari sa Dubai. Kasi after they did Ako Naman Muna, they built that community. So, pati
So
ngayon
it
yung mga-
follows. After
yeah.
the first Ako Naman Muna, pwede na.
Pwede na.
Pwede
Gagawin
na.
natin yung community. We start with Howard, yung mga nag-attend. Then they can invite. Tapos pag dumami and they need another Ako Naman Muna, we'll ask Coach Ras again to put us in his calendar.
So it starts with one Ako Naman Muna, tapos it doesn't stop there. Hindi nag-uumpisa at nagtatapos sa isang movement, sa isang
No,
araw.
It doesn't stop. Kasi it's a movement. Tuloy-tuloy yan. Tuloy-tuloy yan. Kasi that's, one of the visions of Coach Ras is to make the Philippines a first world country. You have to start one person at a time.
Kayong dalawa, kayo ay umalis sa Baguio sandali. At ngayon bumalik kayo, what difference have you seen?
For me, madami. Infrastructure-wise, madami. Tao, madaming nagbago. A lot have gone out. A lot of my friends are no longer here. When I left, I can still walk from the top of Session Road, go down and be stopped by about 2 or 3 people. Unlike during the 80s that pag inutusan ako ng nanay ko sa may YMCA at babalik ako sa tindahan namin sa Magsaysay, it will take me about an hour and a half or 2 because I meet a lot of people along the way. Ngayon, I walked up and down Session Road twice.
In and out.
I didn't meet anyone. So that's one of the changes. Pero the way things are done, everything that's in Manila is already here. Lahat ng pwedeng gawin. Actually, the advantage we have is we have the open spaces here.
Yeah, we still do a little
Kasi
bit.
when we during the pandemic, the first thing that Rina did when they lifted all restrictions, sabi niya sa akin, lifted na yung restriction, bahala ka, susunod ka sa akin, basta kami ng bata, akyat na kami ngayon.
Uuwi kaming Baguio.
I was left in Manila.
Kaya doktora, the temperaments.
That's a good question, Malen, kasi siguro yung physical ang nakikita ko, meaning the widening of some of the roads,
Dami-dami ng building.
ang dami-dami.
Akala ko widening ko sa aking katawan.
Aside from that,
Bukod pa doon.
bukod pa doon.
Nag-widening yata tayong lahat.
Totoo yan. Pero, kidding aside, buildings, I could never imagine, and I didn't expect coming back that I'd find a lot of condos now.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, yun yung kakaiba. Parang,
Akala ko noon hindi rin titira ng kondo. Remember, we were in development. Akala namin hindi titira ng kondo.
Dati kasi takot ang taga Baguio sa condo because of what happened to Sky World.
yes.
Primarily, di ba? Ayaw natin
Yes.
ng high-rise, ayaw natin ng condominium. Gusto natin yung may lupa. Eh ngayon, bigla.
Yes. But that also means people in Baguio may not be really from Baguio anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. Diba? Oh, this is also, so this was a bit of a surprise for me. So I was practicing. I came back in mid-March and so, 2 of my friends went to Italy and I had to take care of the industrial clinic at Notre Dame. And so I was doing consults. Lo and behold, I get like 4 patients in 6 weeks, all working in the BGC area, but living in Baguio.
Talaga?
And they are hybrid.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, what mental health stresses do these kids have? Because they stay here, yung work nila is hybrid, 2 days in Manila, 3 days in Baguio. And they, you know what they tell me? And I said, I worked in the area for a while. Why are you here in Baguio? And you know what they told me? Doc, parang Caloocan lang naman eh.
Isang sakay lang.
Isang sakay lang.
Yeah.
True, and I was like, oo nga, if you took the bus, you end up in Pasay, get a Grab, you're in BGC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or you're in Makati. Pero that is so surprising for me. I mean, like, if I was 18, 20, 25, then, hindi ko gagawin yun. I will be, stick lang ako sa Baguio, di ba?
Oo.
Pero, and they are not even from Manila.
Mhm.
They are from Mindanao, they are from Visayas. So look at that stress.
Mhm.
The travel, the change of place.
As a doctor, you experience that. I went to a self-retreat
Mhm.
itong Holy Week. It was a 10-day meditation camp. At the end of the camp, I was talking to mga bata pa 24, 23. There was one 19. I started asking kasi for the 9 days we weren't able to talk to anyone. Sabi ko sa kanila, what do you do? I work in a gold mine in Australia. Where are you from? I'm from France. What are you doing in Australia? Because I wanted to go there. So what are you doing now? I'm touring. What about your work? I earned enough for me to tour for the next 6 months. Kasi isa sabi niya, What do you do? I do robotics. How old are you? 24. From where are you? I'm from Paris. What are you doing here in the Philippines? Ito, iba naman yung kwento niya. I met a girl when I was in Bali. And when she learned that I did not meditate, I didn't have a second date. So maybe she will consider me now, sabi niya. So okay. So in your work, sabi ko sa kanya, does it allow you to travel? Actually, it allows me a lot of time to travel, but I don't like my work. Why? I want to work for a company that I know how they're going to use the robots that I make.
Oh.
Because for now, I don't know where they're using it. It's a component of something they're not telling me, sabi niya.
Oh.
So yung mga ganon, they're starting to, yung generations, they're aware of a lot of things.
Yes.
They're self-aware.
They're self-aware.
And
Yeah.
yung global citizenship ngayon, talagang
Yes.
mararamdaman talaga natin
Oo.
that we are global citizen in the truest sense of the word.
Ang dami naman natin kilala ngayon na dala lang yung laptop.
Oo, konektado ka na.
Konektado ka na. May pocket wifi ka lang. Kaya nga maraming nagrereklamo dito sa atin sa Pilipinas because our Wi-Fi is not cooperating with the kind of work that they have.
That's true. We're gonna read one comment here from Raquel. Supportive ako sa Ako Naman Muna movement from Luwakan proper.
Oh,
So meron tayong supporter
nice.
from Luwakan proper. I think Miss Raquel will be there on Sunday.
That's
I'll see you
nice.
there.
Yeah.
So ganyan po. Ang Ako Naman Muna, I think this is the first event of its kind in this first and second quarter.
Yeah.
And after this event, what do our attendees, ano yung ma-assure natin without spoiling what's going to happen?
Yeah.
What do you think, what can you assure them that's going to happen to them after they attend?
Okay.
Bukod sa hindi mo
Dun sa-
naaawayin yung anak mo.
Doon sa Ako Naman Muna kasi, like, we keep on telling you that it's for you to take care of yourself. But basically, at the end of the day, kumbaga, it includes your mental, your physical, and your emotional. Yun ang i-address nung Ako Naman Muna. Because Coach Ras approaches it as when you take care of yourself, you cannot take care of it in one aspect. Extreme self-care yung isang tinuturo niya dito.
Extreme self-care.
self-care.
So mamahalin mo ng sobra-sobra ang sarili mo.
Sobra-sobra sarili mo na believe it or not, for the longest time tamad ako mag-exercise. But now I make sure na I put in some movement. I watch what I'm eating now. Hindi parang dati na upak ako ng upak. Ngayon, kung wala akong movement, I know that I have to eat lesser. Kumbaga, alam naman natin to eh. Everybody knows that. Kaya lang, alam mo yun, yung
Nutrition to do.
kailangan may magpaalala sa atin na it's part of our wellness. Yung buong wellness talaga. And when you do that, dun mo mapapansin, you transform. Siyempre, pumapayat. Nagiging one-lane highway na naman tayo. Hindi na tayo widening, di ba? And it's buo talaga yung approach. It's really the entire you. It's not just one aspect of you.
Think it's time for the Baguio people to do this?
I think so. I think there's so many things that are happening now that we need to focus on ourselves as well. Remember, tama nga yung kanta, no? The greatest love of all.
Naku,
Diba?
babalik tayo sa kantang yan.
That's my generation ko yun.
Sasabihin
pero,
nila napaka-old school natin.
Pero, it really is true. There are sayings, old people say, you cannot give what you do not have.
Yes.
So if you cannot love yourself, how can you
How can you
love
love-
your
how can you-
wife, your
how can you
husband,
give?
your family, or even love a community? So yeah, I mean, old folks, wise sayings.
Both of you have been working with the Gen Z generation because you have thrusted yourselves in a company that has a multi-age bracket. How is it working with Gen Z? Is it a humbling experience? The superiority of your age and your wisdom, your experience, nangingibabaw ba? Or is there something to learn from this generation?
Very nice question, Malen. The first time I started working with them, I was like so surprised. So I was working with the leadership team, okay? As the doctor in the company, as the occupational health physician, a lot of the things they did, and they understood that health is important. So they would come in on a Monday in their business attire and their laptops, and we would all sit down for like a beginning of the week conference. Stats, numbers, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the week is you come dress as yourself day.
Come dressed as yourself.
Yes, yes. And oh my goodness, it's like, ano nangyari? Bakit nag-change yata bigla? From the coat and tie, business attire.
To Mardi Gras.
Yeah. And now there are,
Mukhang pareho kayo na experience.
eto ka, they're not sitting anymore, behaved on the conference table, but sitting in a corner,
Sitting on the floor.
slump, or lying down, or it's like, I cannot understand that nung una. Kasi parang, but they're so intelligent too.
Yeah.
It's like,
True.
parang, nung age ko ba yan? Ganyan na ako kagaling. Akala ko magaling ako.
Humbling.
Very.
Very
Very,
humbling.
very.
Humbling.
O ikaw naman.
Kasi ako yung when I started working with them, kumbaga, when I got into the space, lahat sila Gen Z. Karamihan.
Anong tawag nila sa'yo?
Ako ang pinaka-experience na Gen Z.
Hindi ka naman tinatawag na Father Greg.
No,
Wala namang ganon.
A lot of them call me, they call me uncle. Some call me dad. Some call me ninong.
Ako nga minsan, pag tinatawag akong tita, naiinis pa ako.
Kaya lang, ako lang lagi kong pinapaalala sa kanila.
Ako, Mami Doc.
Mami Doc.
Mami Doc talaga ako.
Sige.
Ang pinapaalala ko sa kanila, you have to remember this. I am the most experienced Gen Z. I had 36 years of experience being a Gen Z. So, pero very humbling yung experience ko working with them. Kasi it's when I realized na experience is only you. But the systems that they have in working for things is all. So, kumbaga, if I'm working with them, may dala akong experience that I do share with them, pero mas marami ako natututunan sa kanila in working particularly lalo na ngayon sa organizational structure na it is systems that's working.
Yes.
Sa
Forte talaga ng generation na to yan.
If an organization at this point in time still practices the old top-down management, they're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
No. That's
Talagang this one is they're working on systems na you, doktora, ako, we co-create. Hindi lang yung pagpasok ko sa opisina is ako to, dahil alam ko to, gawin mo to. Hindi pwedeng ganun.
Ito yung operational word ng generation at collaborate.
collaborate.
Co-create.
Yes,
Yan ang gusto nila.
And they're really tied to their technology
Yes.
too. Yeah.
But there's a lot of resistance kasi when it comes to this collaboration. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao tinatanggap nga itong sinasabi nating humbling experience.
But it's
Kasi,
amazing how they get things done, huh?
Oh yeah, it is.
It is really amazing how they get things
Ang
done.
bilis nila. Great.
Bilis.
Tsaka
Yes.
You just have to be precise.
bright enough to make a system work.
Yep.
Pero merong sinasabi nila, merong isang kulang, yung empathy, people skills, medyo kumukulang. So, nag-give and take ba? I mean, in your industries.
In the space where I am, it's balance. Kasi
Balanced.
yun din yung pinupukpok ni coach sa kanila.
Oo.
It's balance. Kasi like, we are made to, or we do have to go back into personal mastery. Finding yourself, yung mga values mo, you need to build it up. Your character, you have to build it up again. Then you also have your business mastery na kailangan mong pasukin.
Ano ang matututunan ng Generation Z sa inyo? I mean, what have they learned from you so far?
Sa akin siguro, nasa negosyo, di ba? In the line of business. Siguro what they can learn from me is, I've stumbled a lot of times when it comes to business. They have ways of doing it. Gusto nila mabilisan.
Yeah.
Di ba? Siguro masasabi ko sa kanila, may tuturo ko sa kanila. Galing na rin ako sa mabilisan. Kasi when I was young, I was so aggressive also. Learn to slow down.
Learn to slow down.
Learn to slow down. Kasi yung fast pace nila, ibang klase talaga.
Oo. Akala natin ng fast-paced na tayo. Hindi pa pala.
We were wanting to have a fast pace before. Remember the time that Baguio was so quiet na parang tagal ng oras dito, then you experience life in Manila. Oh, sarap, bilis ng oras dito. Now I want to go back to pwede ba mabagal ng konti? When Rina and I comes home here, we so love our bed na talaga. Paghiga mo, in ka, papainit ka, relax ka, you wake up charged.
I'll
Sa'yo,
answer.
yeah. I'm curious about the BPO industry.
2 things siguro. One is discipline.
Discipline.
Discipline. Kasi medyo mahirap i-explain, ano? Yung discipline na, yung alam nating discipline. Kasi they have their own discipline.
Yes, yes.
Pero medyo they'll do it for a short time and then they can't follow through so much. Di naman lahat, pero karamihan dun sa where I came from as a workplace, they're moving so fast all the time. Employees, if they stay for 2 years, that's good enough. Okay? From the clinic point of view, okay, what I really want them to learn is to listen. Many of them don't listen much. And I guess that's why they're not hearing themselves as well.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yung empathy, parang hindi ako wala silang empathy eh. Kasi I worked with a group of young people who were taking care of their families. Many of them who would have mental health issues and disorders eventually. Ang root cause is relation with the family, financial inability to give
Cope, yeah.
or
Yeah.
cope kasi they send everything back to Zamboanga or back to
To the province,
to Visayas or to far north, and they're left with so small.
So they take care of their families.
They take care of their families. They care. So yung no empathy, no care, not in that space.
Not in that space.
Not in the space I was working in. Kasi they were workers. They are workers. Medyo may mga naman dyan na I'm doing this because I want to travel to, kasi they do that as well. Pero nagagawan nila ng paraan na magtrabaho, mag-Vietnam, on a weekend. So, I'd be in the clinic and someone would come in, I got you some candies from Vietnam, Docky. Docky pa nga ang tawag sa akin eh. Or, Mommy Doc, I have something for you from Boracay. Pero alam mo na the last week, nag-usap lang kayo na kulang na yung pera ko, pinadala ko lahat, naiiyak ako, ganyan. So, siguro to listen more to themselves, to seek help as well
To seek help.
when they need it. So these are more from
Ask and you shall receive.
yes, from the clinic, from your occupational health physician, from your support system.
Are you both back in Baguio?
For sure, definitely.
Parang
good.
nawala kami sabay, tapos bumabalik kami.
Oo,
May pareho
eh,
kami gustong
ano?
gawin, di ba?
Totoo.
Kasi we were talking with Doctora. Remember our advocacy before?
Yes.
The prevention of child sexual abuse? Rina just re-registered yesterday.
In the milk bank.
We're going to do
Everybody
that tomorrow.
remembers about
The milk bank.
The milk bank.
The breastfeed
You know, we
bank,
were
yeah.
ahead of our time. Sorry pero true. Parang,
At saka natutuwa ako ngayon. Whenever I go to the malls, they have a breastfeeding room.
Oo.
Saan talagang sasabihin.
Naaalala ko yung
gusto ko
pinag-uusapan
sabihin na,
natin, may
Yes.
lactating room.
Dito kami
Kahit
nagsimula dyan.
sa
Yes.
Center Mall, may
Meron na,
lactating room sa mga exits.
Yeah.
yeah. See,
So,
Greg,
so success naman ang advocacy
Oo,
mo. Somehow.
it took some time, pero when I see it being there, lactating room, breastfeeding
Mapapangiti
room,
ka na lang dun
tapos yung mga,
sa nilalaban
yung mga
noon
mas marami ngayon, nakikita mo na talagang nagbe-breastfeed sila. You go to the
Yes.
workplace, nakakarinig ka na, sandali lang, magpapump lang muna ako, bigla akong ngingiti eh.
Mm-mm.
Kasi those were the things that we were doing before.
Yes.
Imagine
Napapangiti
Bimalen,
talaga
diba?
si Doc. Oh.
Imagine Bimalen behind the curtain before. Kasi pag yung nurse hindi niya alam i-latch yung makina,
Oo.
nagbibigay ako ng instructions behind the curtain kasi hindi naman ako pwedeng pumasok sa loob eh.
Oo.
Oo, kasi
Nakakatuwa lang
si
talaga.
Greg ang nagdala ng electric breast pump
Mm-mm.
na noon hindi pa alam sa Baguio.
Totoo.
Yeah.
Totoo.
Now, companies in the BGC area,
Yeah, they provide.
they have their own breast pumps or they
They
bring their
provide.
breast pumps. There are rooms for them to do it. They are paid 40 minutes even when they're breast pumping.
So nagkaroon
It's part of the law.
nagkaroon ng legal safeguards. The things that we were, the things I was writing about, yung mga advocacies nyo noon.
Yes, yes.
Nakakalungkot
Ay,
nga
ngayon-
nung time na yun, wala pa nakikinig eh. Now it's already
Parang
it's
walang
already
nakikinig
in place.
siguro, pero nakinig din naman
Alam mo,
eventually.
parang-
thank you, Malen, for reminding
Yeah,
us. We kind
that
of
was a happy
forgot
moment,
that.
di ba?
Diba?
So nandito kayo ulit. Anong advocacies ang gusto nyo ngayon? Ito, umpisahan sa ako naman muna. Ikaw, Doc.
Ba, partner ko si Greg. Well, we'd like to look into mental health because kailangan pa.
Oo.
Yes. Baka naman, kasi ang mga tao minsan akala nila psychiatrist lang.
Totoo.
Hindi lang ang psychiatrist ha. In fact, yan ang kulang natin ngayon. There's only about 1,000 plus mental health specialists in the Philippines.
Philippines.
In the
Philippines.
Philippines. Yes. And so that is a reason why access to mental health treatment is not as. So we have to be able to give alternatives.
Mas madami pa yung branch ng isang bangkong malaki dyan kaysa
Totoo.
yung...
Oo, totoo.
Totoo.
Totoo
Totoo.
yan.
Totoo. So that's the reason why, Greg, that we need other
Kaya kayo
ways.
bumalik. Baka ito na yun.
For whatever reason that we're being brought back, I really don't know.
For whatever reason that you're being brought back, but you're here.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, I'd
With a
like to-
vengeance ang dalawang to. So, mental
Hindi
health
kami
naman.
we did not talk about this, the breastfeeding that just came up between Rina and me because we were part of Seroptimis and
Yes,
we
Yeah, they were
wanted
looking
to.
for a project to
We were
do.
looking
Oo.
for a project. I was coming from the National Nutrition Council.
All came together biglaan yung plans nyo nun eh.
Yes, yes. You know the story behind that,
Yes.
no? This one, we just met in Session Road
Parang
again.
ganun uli.
Exactly. Well, you never know when the stars align.
Aha. So, back for good kayong dalawa. Exciting times again.
Ganun muna. I'm very, very thankful kay Coach Ras for taking me in. Actually, I'm interning for him now. At my age, pumayag siya. Dapat ang younger generations, pero he did allow me to intern for him.
What does that mean?
I'd like to learn as much from him. Kasi ang kwan nga niya is to produce more of him to do the things that he does.
So parang replicate him.
Replicate him.
Oo.
That was the failure of coaching in the US.
Kailan ba nag-start ang ako naman muna?
Ako naman muna movement started lang last year lang.
Last year lang.
But Coach Ras has been doing this for the last 16 years.
16 years.
Yes. Tapos nakita niya na nga sa US na bakit namamatay yung mga successful coaches sa US kasi
Oo.
hindi niya pinapasa.
Kasi hindi naiintindihan pa ng lahat yung konsepto ng life coaching. Or if you need a coach, a life coach, ano ba talaga ang ibig sabihin nun kapag meron kang coach?
Like, mas madali siguro i-relate kung i-relate mo sa sports.
Yung nakasanayan mong
Oo, sa-
definition ng coach.
Yeah.
Sige.
Sa sports, pag relate mo sa sports, a coach is somebody who will get you to where you need to be. Di ba? Tapos pag nandun ka na, hindi ka niya iiwanan. Iga-guide ka na rin niya to be able to do those things for you.
I have to read a comment dahil may nag-comment sa atin when we were talking about life coaching. Pangmayaman lang naman yata ang life coaching.
Ay, hindi po. That's where the programs of Coach Russ would differ.
Mhm.
Kasi talagang sa kanya, he encourages us. Actually, ginagawa kanya sa amin. Pag may natutunan kayo sa akin and you think you can apply it, go ahead and do it. If there's something that needs to make may hindi kayo maintindihan, you come to me, I'll help you. Sagutin natin. Hindi yung conception yung iniisip kasi nila na pangmayaman yung life coaching is when you go to sorry to say this for all those who are the practitioners out there. I know that you have to earn a living, but if your main purpose really is to coach and be the mainstream ng income mo, defeats
Mahirap.
the purpose.
It defeats the purpose.
You have to find a coach na talagang purpose talaga niya is to do that.
So, marami kasi sigurong natatakot dahil nga sa gastos. Ang mental health ay magastos. Halimbawa, kung kailangan mo ng medication, kailangan mo magpa-assess. A lot of people struggle with this because during the pandemic, tumaas nga ang kaalaman or ang need for mental health. So, ang daming grupong lumabas. And nagkaroon ng maraming packages just for the pandemic to have an assessment and 2 to 3 sessions with clinical psychologist and psychologist. Psychiatrist, psychologist. So, nakapackage siya because I was part of a mental health group that did that. So, parang sinubsidize. Pero kung titignan natin, it takes a little bit of money. And hindi pa ito na ibibigay ng libre ng gobyerno.
Let me try to kind of
Let's break it down.
break it down.
Oo.
Funny because I learned about the difference of going back to coaching from corporate world. I learned the difference between counseling, coaching, and mentoring.
Naku yan, sige.
Diba?
Let's break it down.
Iba to.
Iba yan.
Oo.
Yung coaching is more like, as Greg was saying,
Getting you where you should be.
because this is like a sports. Kung yung basketball coach mo, sasabihin niya sa'yo, this is how to strategize, ganyan. This is how you work with
how
your
you move.
team.
Yun ang coach.
That's coaching. Counseling, we get that. The truth is we get all of this from different people at different parts of our life.
All right.
Okay?
Counseling.
From counseling most especially. You get it from your mom, you get it from your pastor or minister, from your parish priest. Those are some things that some of them can even coach
Yeah.
when they specifically take you under their wings, right? And when you're already there and they stand behind you and teach you more from where they came from or experience, that's now your mentoring. Yan. So I think Greg would like to now, in turn, to become a coach, and eventually, Coach Rush will mentor him too.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yung transitions nandoon.
Yes. And we get this from different interactions. Like, again, in corporate world, we've been doing it, pero doon ko lang nalaman, yun pala yung pangalan niya. One-on-ones. When your supervisor sits down with you and tells you, Malen, you should have done this better. This is how you do it. That's a one-on-one. And then sometimes we can all come together and this is a huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all of those can help. Even for mental health issues and concerns. So when you drink coffee with your best friend and tell your
That's
best,
talk therapy right there.
that's already like, yes, could be part counseling, could be part coaching, could be part mentoring.
So, hindi laging may katumbas na pera.
No.
So, hindi ganun yun.
No.
So, the mindset of people, when you talk about
Yes.
mental health, hindi ka pupunta sa clinic agad.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Kasi-
If your issue can be addressed by a cup of coffee or a walk in the woods, then that's okay. But when it starts, your concerns.
This is the difference.
This is the difference. Because you have issues and concerns, and then you have a disorder.
Aha.
The disorder will now need medicine.
Okay.
That will need
So, doon na papasok
papasok
yung
gamot.
Oo, gamot, tsaka clinical.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, yan po yung sagot dun sa comment na tungkol sa gastos. Tsaka kung bang mayaman lang ba? Hindi daw. Hindi po ganun. Dahil, kumbaga iba-ibang leveling. Huwag matatakot.
Yes. Yes.
Huwag
Again,
mahihiyang magtanong. Ang ibig sabihin yan.
yes. Also, being a bit more open.
Mhm.
Finding a trusted person. It's not only your doctor.
Yeah.
Diba? It can be your best friend.
Yes.
It can be your spouse, kung siya yun.
Mhm.
Your mom, your dad, your best loved sibling.
Yes.
Diba?
That's true. Na-excite naman ako na
Diba?
sabay kayong bumalik ng Baguio. At dito naman sa aking bagong pinagkakaabalahan kayo, pinili nyong mag-guest. Sabay pa.
Maraming
Kulang na lang si
salamat.
Rina. Naku, Rina, kailangan next time nandito ka.
Nanonood yan.
Hi, hello, shout out kay Rina. Next time, ikaw dito solo. Kayang-kaya namin punuin ng isang oras niyan.
Yeah.
Pag-uusapan lang natin yung mga projects na dati. Naku, marami ng pag-uusapan.
Totoo. Marami pang gagawin.
Mhm.
And ako, I'm so glad coming back to Baguio and still finding friends and possible support for advocacies
Of
we want to do.
course, lahat ng advocacies nyo
There's
supported
HIV as
pa rin
well,
naman.
which is tied to mental health.
Leaps and bounds na rin ang pinrogress ng ating HIV AIDS
Yes.
awareness programs at
Yes.
ang dami nang nangyari.
True. Yan.
Actually, we are partnering with Love Yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kasi this is about taking good care of yourself. Unahin mo rin yung sarili mo, di ba? Tapos nakita namin na si Love Yourself also has this thing for the information drive
Yes.
on
Yes.
AIDS. So kami, sabi namin sa kanila, bring your materials. We put it in our participants' kits. You can have a booth.
Aha.
Tapos they also offered na sana umabot yung mga test kits nila. They might offer testing also at the venue.
Oh, that's nice. Love Yourself is supporting one of our HIV AIDS hubs, Balay Marvi, na
Yeah.
nasa Lopez, Building.
Balay
Yes.
Marvin kausap namin.
Balay Marvi.
Yung isa, si Marvin Trudeau,
Yes.
is a good friend of Rina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so nabanggit nga na sa amin yung tungkol dun sa Love Yourself. They were the first organization na tinap namin.
Mm.
Siguro sa akin, hindi ako naging masyadong active asking people to partner with us kasi parang
Marami pa namang susunod.
marami susunod. But may isa tayong business person dito sa Baguio. Sumuporta siya. Sabi ko sa kanya, Manong, I'll put your logo and everything. Please don't do that. Ako tutulong lang ako. Sabi
Mhm.
niya.
Marami pa ring mababait na
Marami
tao.
mababait na
Marami
tao.
pa rin.
And I was even telling him na I'll just send tickets to your staff. Please let them attend kasi makakatulong din dun sa pag-handle nila ng mga tao mo din sa sa hotel, sabi ko. Just tell them to get in touch with me para I can also assist them.
Mhm.
Sabi niya sa akin, okay, they'll get in touch with you plus pero no preferential treatment ha.
Mhm.
Ganun pa yung bilin niya sa akin. So sabi ko, sige Manong, sabi ko.
So marami pa ring mababait na tao na natira sa Baguio.
Madami.
Now, tell us about your partners. Let's acknowledge the partners that you have. For ako naman muna.
We started with yung sarili na business partners. We have Goldilocks supporting us here. We have Hola Coffee.
Mhm.
What do you call this? Si Love Yourself.
Yes, Love Yourself.
Yeah. We have you supporting us.
Ever the supporter.
Yeah. We also have Z Radio.
Z
also
Radio,
supporting
yes.
us.
Our partners in Z Radio.
Ano ba? Ayaw pa banggit nung naging
Oo,
partner
anonymous
hotel namin.
eh.
Anonymous. Ayaw niyang magpabanggit.
That's okay.
Pero yung
Northern
GP
Philippine
Cafe,
Times. Yeah, GP Cafe. Sabi.
Nakalimutan niya yung
Yung
GT
sa amin
Cafe.
eh.
Doon ang meeting minsan eh.
Kaya
Kaya,
meeting, that's where some ideas were born actually.
yeah. Nice hub.
That was
Yes.
that cafe was the project of our kids.
Mhm.
That's where you can find cake shakes here in Baguio.
Oh yeah, the
Yes.
famous cake shakes.
Yeah, that's where you can find it. And
With good artwork on the walls.
yeah, we are supporting local artists dun sa walls namin for those who want to put up their work there. They can.
The work
they
of
can put it
a
there.
good friend of mine, Cora Dandan Albano, is there.
Is there. Yeah.
Yes.
The work of Rina's aunt and niece. It's a collaboration of a lola and an apo. It's also there in the wall. Tapos yung mga crochet work ng mom ko.
Aha.
It's also there.
Oh, that's nice. Matagal na ako hindi nakabalik ah.
Oh, yeah.
Tignan natin.
So yung mga nandyan, the kids thought about it. Pati yung gusto nilang gawin. And yeah. Pandemic project actually.
Yes, Doc, go ahead.
I was gonna, well, you've been asking us question. Now it's our turn to ask you question. Hindi Actually, Malen, you were asking us what changes have we seen in Baguio?
Yes.
And there's so much. But maybe what I'd like to ask is, in the 15 years that I've been away,
Has it been 15 years?
It's been 15 years.
Been gone
Grabe,
for 12.
no? Has the Baguio spirit, yung community spirit, sir, is it still there? Is it still... Kasi, I remember Baguio, when we support something, we support it as a community.
People rally behind it.
Yes.
The Baguio you left 15 years ago is still there. Somewhere beneath the infrastructure development, technology, the migration, diaspora, nandyan pa rin. Pero it needs a little bit of rekindling.
Baka-
Minsan kasi nakakalimutan na what are our advocacies. So, ang dami na kasing nangyayaring kung ano-anong issues. Minsan nakakalimutan na yung advocacies. So, it's a good sign that people like you have chosen to take on and continue being advocates in whatever aspects that you want. Kasi we need advocates, really. But the Baguio that you remember, it's still there.
Because we'd like to tap on that, Greg.
Yeah.
Because if we do come back with all these ideas, these advocacies, and be able to tap the old Baguio community spirit, Busol Water Thread, Regreening Movement, mga
Ay,
ganun-ganun
nandyan
dati.
pa rin yan.
Yun nga.
Nagrarally pa rin ng mga tao pag nagpuputol ng puno,
Yes.
nagagalit pa rin.
Yes, so maybe we also just have to create awareness on new challenges that the community of Baguio is facing.
Baguio
Yeah.
welcomes you both back with open arms.
No,
You
that's
know,
the city we love.
When we do things like that, pag nakakaisip ka for the advocacies that you have in mind, the one thing that pushes you to do more for it is when you see people behind you.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not always, kasi iniisip nung iba, masidag man ni Gregan, masapol naman nga suporta, ag-solicit man yan. But sometimes it's not that. We just want to hear na, you're doing okay, you're doing what the community does, we will support you. Yung kuminsan, they interpret you going to them for support as financial support all the time. Ito siguro yung kailangan natin na ma-realize. Support does not always mean financial. Doesn't mean financial. It could be a simple word na don't mind what they're saying, you're doing okay, you're doing good, just go on. Yeah.
I'm behind you.
We're behind
We're going
you.
to help you
Yeah.
in whatever small way we can. Di ba yung mga dati
You can tap into our network. What do you need? Do you need it from here? Do you need it from there? I'll see what I can do. Alam
And
mo,
in your event, I think, have you felt supported so far?
Yes. Oh yes. Pati yung mga support ng ah, matutuwa ka dito na pati yung mga empleyado ng office, pumunta kasi yung staff ko to check on the letter that we sent. Oh, kayo pala, isa ako naman muna. Nakita namin yung ads, we hear you on the radio. I heard my friend telling me this. How can we go?
Mhm.
Buti na lang may dalang registration form. Just fill this up, just send it in. There's a registration fee you need to pay. Ganyan yung mga sinasabi. And yes, I would like to mention that there are some people who supported us na ang sabi sa amin is, Greg, we know that this would be helping a lot of people.
Mhm.
And if these are the people who really needs to go and they have no means of going, please send them.
Mhm. So support in terms of that.
Yeah, sila yung nagbabayad ng registration.
Oo. So
pag may
sponsored
mga-
for those most
Yeah.
in need.
So pag meron kayong mga ganyan, just let us know.
Mhm.
Basta ang importante dito, they're willing to attend.
All right. Ang saya na ng
Oo.
reunion, ano?
Diba? Oo.
Ngayon
Yeah.
naman, I'll ask you both. Talk to our viewers and tell them that you are back in the city, and let's give them a sneak peek to the advocacies that you will spearhead in the future. And ikaw, mamaya, imbitahin natin silang lahat sa linggo. Let's start with Dr.
So, I came back to Baguio actually to retire. Okay?
Hindi ako maniniwala dyan. Kasi umalis ka para mag-retire din eh.
Retire. So I think I'm coming back to Baguio to retire. Maybe not as, like work, paid work. Maybe not. But one of the things I'd really like Baguio to know more is about occupational safety and health.
Oh, all
Because
right.
now I am a practicing occupational health physician.
All right.
So there's an industrial clinic at Notre Dame. I'm not sure we even know that there is an industrial clinic.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Baguio does not know that the Philippine College of Occupational Medicine is actually one of the birthplaces niya is, or first members niya is Baguio, because we as doctors in Baguio always took care of our minors. And the Philippines acknowledges that. So they look at Baguio as in a sense, best practice
Really?
for at least the beginnings and basics of occupational health and safety.
All right.
So there is such a thing as occupational health. This would be focused on workplaces, because you have to understand that a lot of conditions are actually brought about by your workplace, to include mental health issues and concerns. So like, for example, if you're a night shift worker, mental health is already at risk there. Okay? So the BPO industry, the healthcare industry, and as doctors, we also need to address it as such. Okay?
All right. So that's what we're gonna look out for in
Yes.
your pang ilang retirement na ito.
So hopefully things will work out, and
Of
you
course.
might see me in one of the clinics, either at Notre,
Aabangan natin yan.
and we'll of course be carrying out total workers' health and well-being,
Importante yan.
which will include definitely mental health programs. Yan. Kasi ang mental health practitioner, occupational health practitioner does not only do consults, but designs programs for workers' health. Yun yung difference
Okay.
niya, So we look at stats, we analyze that and say, this health place has more diabetes and hypertension. So what programs can we design with the employer to address that problem? So if it's mental health, what can the company or the workplace do? Programs, policies internally to address the identified health.
So you map the occupational health hotspots in a company for them to be highly functional, so to
Yes,
say.
because again, back to productivity.
Aha.
You take care of the employee, that takes care of the
Optimize ang ano
employer
mo. Ang
or the
iyong
workplace.
outputs.
Yes,
And people recognize that now.
they are starting to.
That's very good news. And rest assured, lahat ng advocacies ni Doc, pasok na pasok sa The Breaking Point at sa North Luzon Monitor. O, eto naman, ang comebacking.
My partner.
Mr. Greg Loy, go ahead
Actually-
and invite people.
Yes. I would like to comment first dun sa sinabi kay Doktora kanina
Go ahead.
na retirement. Actually, retirement for me is not stopping. It doesn't stop you from doing what you love to do. Actually, retirement is for you to not be in the active practice, pero nandyan ka na to guide yung mga sumusunod sa'yo. Kumbaga, babawasan mo yung mga dapa nila.
Mhm.
Kasi yun yung, for me, that's the one thing that I would like to see pag yung sa retirement. Yung iba kasi, doon ngayon pumapasok ng konti yung stress ng mga nagre-retire. Yang itikwa okon. Aumat arabidak dito'y balay. I do nothing.
Mhm.
So, nandyan, nag-iisip. They start thinking a lot about of things and they start worrying. So, basically, we have to keep our mind active. Kung ano yung mga dating ginagawa natin, it's for us to remember the things that we love to do and do it with the community again.
Mhm.
That for me is retirement. Kaya si Doktora, yun yung definition din niya sa retirement. Nakita ko dun sa sinabi niya kanina. And yes, on the discussion earlier, on dun sa ako naman muna, I would like to invite our listeners to join us on Sunday, the Baguio Convention Center. Join us to experience Ako Naman Muna. What Ako Naman Muna is all about. Like what Doktora mentioned earlier, be there, be prepared to listen. And ang idadagdag ko lang doon, other than listening, is for you to participate full out. Nandun na rin lang kayo, don't participate half-heartedly. Don't just be a watcher, that you're just going to observe what's going to happen and not experience it. Kasi for one, Coach Russ is very hard. His schedule is it's so hard to get a schedule with him.
Mukha nga.
Kasi, and me bringing him here to Baguio, nung nag-usap kami, I knew it was for Baguio. Kasi right after the February 15, tas sinabi ko sa kanya, Coach, I would like to take it to Baguio. When will you be available? I'll get back to you on that. That's why we had this date.
Mhm.
She's actually flying in from, I believe he's coming from Davao. From Quezon. He has an activity in Quezon. Katatapos, nakita ko kanina sa videos niya na nandun pa siya sa Quezon City kaninang umaga. He will be in Quezon tomorrow, and I believe he has, if I'm not mistaken, he has a schedule in Davao.
Aha.
That's why he's arriving early morning lang ng Saturday.
Just in time.
Just to do this,
Mhm.
stay for a night. He will be leaving on Monday.
Mhm.
Kaya sabi ko, for the listeners out there, grab this opportunity to see and listen to Coach Russ. Sabi nga ni Doktora, just come and listen. And marami ho tayong matututunan dyan. It's going to be the start of it's not a miracle, it's not a solution,
Mhm.
but it's a start at looking deeper into ourselves and addressing what we really need most, which is to take care of ourselves.
All right. Our guests tonight are advocates by heart and love the city with all their hearts, ika nga. That's why they are back. Sa ating event sa linggo, iniimbitahan po natin ang ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood na bigyan naman po natin ng panahon ng ating sarili. Ika nga, ako naman muna. Let's give this new movement a chance. And of course, gaya ng sinabi ni Doktora De Fiesta, let's listen to ourselves. Let's listen to our mental health in a holistic way. And para sa ating mga kababayan sa Baguio, this kind of movement it's not every day that we are given this opportunity to stop and focus on ourselves. Let's give this a chance. At para sa Breaking Point, Simulan Katahan po ito. Maraming salamat. At maraming salamat sa ating guests tonight.
Thank you, Marlene,
Maraming
for having us.
salamat din.
Thank you.